So, as someone who is visibly Muslim, who always gets those stares, and I want to direct the question, the answer to you before I get to the other two questions, is own it. Because I treat, every time I get those stares, or people are just like, what in the world is she wearing? How dare, I've gotten questions where, how dare you wear this? Are you hiding a bomb underneath your veil?
Oh my God, how many times have you been asked that?
I lost count. I lost count. And the reality is, for someone who's not just visibly Muslim, but I'm also visibly black as well.
Yep.
And also there's a different type of discrimination that comes with that. So it's like I get the Islamophobia, I get the discrimination, that racism, and also as a woman as well, right? So for someone who's visibly black, who's visibly Muslim, who's visibly and identifies as a woman, I treat the world like it's my runway. And in
like
terms
it's your
of,
runway.
like it's my runway. Yeah. And so
you mean like you're strutting?
I will strut and say, you know what, I own every single bit of my identity because it makes who I am, and it's the light that I have that I can share, different cultures with individuals, different food, because again, dialogue is important, right? So why in the world would I be ashamed because someone is afraid of what it is that I represent?
So you engage?
I engage with individuals. And just understanding, especially when it comes to the concept of immigration, refugees are often missing from that conversation.
Yep. Absolutely.
And oftentimes, when we look at the immigration system, we tend to forget there's different ways of becoming an immigrant here in the United States. And I hope this kind of answers your question. Whether it's a family reunification process or employment-based immigration, and then you have that criteria of being a refugee or an asylum seeker, individual who is given a status of being a refugee while they're in another country and then they're invited here, or you come through a port of entry and seek asylum. And then, of course, there's humanitarian relief criteria such as TPS, temporary protected status. And the reality is there's different ways of becoming immigrants here. And the statement that I always say is not all immigrants are refugees, but all refugees are immigrants.
Yep.
You don't become a refugee by choice. You don't become a refugee by choice. No one chooses to leave their home with nothing but the clothes on their back. No one chooses to leave that which they are familiar with to become part of a new country or a new system, understanding or learning new languages. The idea is the fear of what it is that you're escaping and the fear of the unknown. The unknown is more hopeful. So then you have the audacity to dream that you can have a better life for yourself and your family, and you come to the shores of America. And for us to be closing those golden doors, those hopes that people have to live, is audacious.